basically he oversees that department. So he's definitely the expert. Also joining us today is Tali Polanco, who is the admissions counselor, and she'll be fielding any questions that you guys may have that are admissions related. Just a reminder, your video is turned off and your mics are muted just for your privacy. You can ask your questions, any questions that you may have at any time during the presentation. There's a chat box right down below. You can insert your questions there, and either myself or Dr. Singh will answer them to the best of our abilities. We are recording the session, and it will be posted on our website with closed captioning for those who may need it. And now, without further ado, let's get started. Dr. Singh, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you, Shelby. Our department is called Management and Marketing. We actually offer 3 types of majors. One is human resource management, the next is management, and the third is marketing. I don't think this has been emphasized. The great thing about Lamar Business School programs is that you can come in, say, declaring yourself as a management major, but in the first few years, you might think, hey, management is not for me. I want to switch to marketing. Or in fact, even another department's major like finance or accounting. There is no problem if you do it early on in your academic career. So you can get a feel of what subjects you're going to get as you start taking business school classes. So I've got a slide for you here, and it sort of shows you what type of classes our different majors take. All 3 majors, in fact, all majors in the College of Business, there are 3 components. One are the university core, which everybody in the university takes. The second is the College of Business core, which everybody in the College of Business takes. And then it's your major classes, which are usually about 7 classes. So for human resource management, these classes are geared to training you up to recruit and motivate personnel for companies, whether they're big or small. So some of these classes include psychological testing, employment law, human resource management, compensation management, etc. So there's quite a variety of classes here. And people who think that they have skills to recognize personnel or motivate them, this might be the right major for them. Then we have management as a separate major. And the distinction of management from HR, human resource, is that in management is not just people. You've got to understand systems, how they work. For example, any fast food restaurant or any takeout, when you place the order, you can't take hours to deliver the order. So you have to know how these systems work, and there's a lot of theory behind it, queuing theory, etc. So these management majors take classes like project management, how to run a project, for example, also cost accounting, knowing how the costs work, human resource management, and also marketing management. So they have a nice portfolio of classes that they make them sort of generalists, and they can get into almost any management position in almost any industry. The third major is marketing, and I'm a marketing professor, and I can tell you marketing has, I think, one of the highest components of analyzing data, because there is so much data available, and that helps you to understand consumers. And my favorite sort of example in marketing is that in the 70s, if we all stayed in an apartment complex next to each other, we would get the same junk mail. But now we get different types of junk mail depending on which websites we've surfed, where we've shopped, etc. So here these classes include marketing promotions, how to reach out to consumers, how to set up a strategy for your marketing campaign, also international marketing, how people across the world are different in their preferences, and market research, which involves analyzing whole lots of information about people and to understand them. And here I would say I teach a class on market research, and the students often come up with great ideas of what data to get and how to analyze them. So all three majors are a bit different, but you can get a feel of which one you would like right in the beginning. And if you don't change too late, it is always easy to switch to a major which you like. This is a big advantage of Lamar University. And the other thing is these classes are small, they're not very, very large. So professors know you, and you often you step into a professor's office to ask their help and their advice. Usually it's about classes, but many of them ask us what type of, I've got two offers, which one do you think I should take, etc. So we keep in touch with the students a lot. Yeah. Well, that's what I had to say. And if you have any questions, let's go for it.
Dr. Sen, can you speak a little bit about internships that marketing and management students have held?
This is a very good question. We have a specialized internship office, and many of our companies within the area, they need interns, and this is a very good experience for all our majors. And sometimes they need internships in marketing, sometimes in management, and they get hands-on experience, which is very useful. The other thing, and Shelby's question actually leads me to that, is many companies want students' help in helping them, say, designing. We have a problem, let us say, why is this not working? So a management group of students for a group project might take this up as an option. Or why haven't people heard about our program? So a marketing group of students work on this. And these actually help because many of these are for social causes, and you get an idea of what real life is, even in the non-profit world. But the internships are a very good way of getting experience, and we have an internship office which often gets these internship requests. But if you get an idea of your own, we are very open to accepting that.
Yes, I'm glad that you brought up internships within the College of Business. We do have within the College of Business, within the Galloway Business Building, we have the Center for Career and Professional Development. And so those individuals in there, you have a coach that helps you get internships, get jobs, whether it be on campus or off campus. And so that's the cool thing about the College of Business. We have those resources located right there for our students to use. Even if you are an alumnus of the university, you still have access to the professional development. So that's awesome. And then not only that, with internships, we also have study abroad opportunities as well for our students. And so our students in the past, they have traveled to Spain, Argentina, Costa Rica. We have a semester exchange program in France as well. So we have so many different opportunities for students. We have scholarships available for business students. So there's just a wide variety of things for you guys here at LU. But Dr. Sen, I'm curious, can you speak a little bit about this? We do have quite a lot of athletes within the College of Business. And so I know a lot of students that are coming over, freshmen, they're, maybe on the track team or they're on the football team. And so they're always concerned about, will I have enough time to do my extracurricular activities? Will I have enough time for football? Will I have enough time for the activity that I'm here for, that I got the scholarship for? So can you speak a little bit about that, the demand with the classes and balancing, how students are able to balance with that?
That's a very good question. Athletes, we always work with them, and it's never been a problem, I think, with most of our professors, of getting these athletes involved. And usually in my class, I always get an athlete or two who sometimes get ideas, which I'll give you one example. I had an ex-student who's now, I believe, in Vegas, sort of trying out for an NBA team. And his quest was to find out players who fall by the wayside. So we were in market research, you analyze data. So we did a very good project of these guys, stats don't catch them, but can we devise a stat to catch them? So it was very interesting. This class, I had an international student who was a tennis player, and she was fascinated that in America, we have different laws governing marijuana. So they collected data on all these states and found out whether it makes a difference in whether crimes increase of a certain type or they don't. And this type of skill, when they put it on a PowerPoint slide and put it on a resume, does wonders for their job prospects. So these athletes we always work with them, and they have very good ideas. And sometimes it's about their own sports, but sometimes it's about completely something else.
Aside from any sports that you guys may be involved in, we also have several student organizations just at the university as a whole, but within the College of Business. And so for our management and marketing majors, we always want to push the American Marketing Association. That's one of our student organizations. And that organization is specifically for the growth of individuals within the business field. You guys are doing philanthropy, you guys run social media pages, so you get that hands-on experience within that organization. You guys have internships as well. So the American Marketing Association is a really big organization for our management and marketing majors. Most of our students particularly try to go out for that organization. It's professional development based. I mean, it's really just a wonderful organization. We also have Beta Gamma Sigma and an honor society. We have so many different things for you guys. And if you guys want any more information on that, be sure to check out our website at lamar.edu/business, just so you can kind of see different photos that we have from our organizations and different events that they've been involved in.
Actually, it's a very good point, Shelby. Our different organizations are encouraged by a dean to go to conferences, and the American Marketing Association has won prizes 2 years in a row in the major national conference for marketing, student marketing associations. And I think it's not the only one. As Shelby said, there are many organizations that they've done well nationally in getting prizes and getting recognition. And you develop a whole lot of contacts by being on the ground floor of these organizations, because you learn from each other and you get great exposure from where you get valuable experience.
Right. And I think with management and marketing, me being a marketing person myself, but I think with management and marketing, a lot of students kind of worry about, you know, hey, I can't find a job. You know, I don't think they need me. I can't find a job at this company. You know, I can't really see, there's nothing posted. But the cool thing about being a management and marketing major is every company, everywhere, always needs someone in management. They always need a human resources individual. They always need marketing. There's always a job for you guys at any company, whether it's Facebook, Apple, no matter where it is. It could be an accounting firm. They still need marketing to be done. So that's the cool thing about being a management and marketing major. There's always job opportunities out there for you guys. Did anyone have any questions on management and marketing? Anything that you guys want to know or just curious about? We are definitely here to answer those questions for you.
Can I just jump in and say, it's very difficult to decide sometimes what is your line of work, what is your major, but often just jump in. And I know a lot of students who have changed their majors and they've become very successful marketing people or management or even accounting guys. And sometimes I think the great thing is our professors recognize them. We've got management professors saying, you know, telling an accounting colleague that, you know, this guy could be a great accounting student, and vice versa. So the finance person says, this guy is very good in marketing. This might be a good so there's a lot of bond-homing among the different the departments, and take the leap. I think at Lamar you'll be recognized, and if you have questions, they'll be answered quickly. And the good students often they are recognized with scholarships very early in their careers.
Yeah. And I just want to speak on this real quickly. For any incoming freshmen, for the fall, the College of Business is going to be piloting a Cardinal Community's first year experience course. And so what that means for you guys is that you'll spend that entire freshman year, the fall and the spring semester, you'll be working with faculty very closely. You'll have a peer mentor. And so it's just the course to help you guys get acclimated to university life. You'll do things around campus. You'll take different trips around the university and just get acquainted with being a Cardinal. And so that's something that we're going to be piloting. So any of you guys that are just coming in, you'll get that opportunity. You'll be the first individuals to try that course out. And so it's really going to be a treat for you guys. So that's the Cardinal Community's first year experience course. And I also want to touch on real quickly while I have the floor. One of our partners within the College of Business is the Small Business Development Center. And so, you know, for any of our students, we have tons, of course, we're the College of Business. So a lot of our students are starting their own businesses, starting their own companies while they're taking classes, or they have aspirations of being a business owner. And so since we have that partnership with the Small Business Development Center, if you need anything as far as a consultation, a business plan advice, resources, funding, you can always go to the Small Business Development Center. Services are free of charge. They have a counselor that will work with you to just help you be the best entrepreneur that you can possibly be. So we have tons of partnerships and all those kinds of things. We really cater to our students and really make sure that when you guys cross that stage, you're prepared for success. Any questions? Participants with us today. Well, Dr. Singh, can you just give us a little brief overview about yourself and how long you've been with the university and a little bit about your background?
Well, actually, if I could go to another point.
Yes.
Students, I think we have a lot of software and computer programs all over the building, but even in online classes, you know, we have access to them. And students often get fascinated by using them, and they have ideas of their own. So these ideas nowadays, people are not going to read a 20-page project report. I mean, a professor will. So I often, and many professors do, ask them to put it on one PowerPoint slide with the salient aspects. And these have been instrumental in getting these students recognition for a future job, etc. So if you may allow me, I'll give you 3 examples of. I gave you one of these marijuana laws. The other is 3 students who are all women. They decided, let's find out what percentage of countries have the highest percentage of women in their armed forces. And once they did that, they also wanted to find out what drives it. So it became a fascinating project. They made a great PowerPoint slide. Some students also said, let's find out women leaders. Again, 3 ladies. And they said, what makes certain countries promote more women leaders compared to somebody else? So it's also your personal preferences, your ideas that get recognized at Lamar, and that gives you a big incentive in doing these projects, which helps you in your future career. And I think all our professors are very actively involved with students, either with associations or doing projects where students are interested, and this really helps.
Now, Dr. Sen, I'm going to circle back a little bit and I'm going to ask you personally, what's your favorite thing about being a faculty member within the College of Business?
I think there's a great variety in the students we see and the professors we have. We have faculty members with various interests and also students with various interests. So sometimes we have a student who say wants to become a lawyer. There's three lawyers in the building, but each one has different specializations and they can get very good specialist help on that. Or some guy wants to run an event. There's a professor in our department who has experience on that. This is a major advantage. And I think our departments are not silos. We interact with one another, so we know each other's skills and strengths, and that the students also utilize, because the students often are directed to the right people if they have questions regarding the career or a certain project, etc. So this is a big advantage, I think, at Lamar.
Just listening to Dr. Sen speak on why he loves teaching in the College of Business, it really speaks to the classroom environment and the dynamic between faculty and student. As Dr. Sen said, we have our faculty located right in the College of Business. So you can leave from class and head right down to your professor's office for office hours and get that extra help if you need it. Our class sizes are relatively small, so our faculty take time to get to know each student. They know, if you want to become that events manager, events coordinator someday, they know if there's an internship, okay, I can go to this student because I know they'd be perfect for that opportunity. If there's any sort of help that you guys need, our faculty will work very closely with you. As Dr. Sen said, all of our faculty have real world experience. They've all done it, so they can tell you firsthand, here's what employers are looking for. Here's the tools that you need to succeed. Here's the tools to success. And so that's really what I love about the College of Business. We're so close knit. We are so close knit within the College of Business. I know any student who may see this, who's a current student, they know they can always come to my office and sit and use my office for a study room or anything like that, or just to stop by and have a chat. So, and that's how our faculty are as well, including the dean. Dr. French is very close knit with all of the students. He'll pass by, we'll do donuts with the dean. So just within the college, we really like to treat our students like family. We like to have that close knit relationship with all of them. Does anyone have any questions? You guys are curious about? Dr. Sen, can a student get a master's degree in management and marketing?
Absolutely. We have an MBA program, and most people that we should advertise a bit more is that towards the end of the career, we can work out with the good students that they can start taking classes in the MBA program in the subjects they would like to specialize in. So we have MBAs, you can specialize in finance, in management, etc. And often, even the students who move away, we've got online options for them in the MBA program. That really helps. And often they develop these contacts with the other students, and they work together and they move to other parts of the country, but they keep in touch. You'll be surprised when you go to alumni settings in other parts of Texas, how many Lamar students come after hearing about it. So we have a very active network, and the MBA program helps because the good students, the professors recognize them and they encourage them to enter into the master's program.
And I just want to point out for any students who are interested in the master's program, we're currently waiving the GMAT and GRE. So now is a perfect time to go ahead and apply, get all of your requirements in. Dr. Sin, what sort of events do our management and marketing students participate in, whether it's on campus or off campus?
Well, the American Marketing Association often participates in events when they invite speakers, often ex-marketing guys from our college. Also, they enter into competitions about case studies, etc., where they compete with other universities, organizations. We have a Society of Human Resource Management, which is expanding, and they are pretty cognizant of the laws in employment, etc. And they also attract students from other parts of the campus who are interested in some of these management and marketing topics. So we are always expanding our network, and that really helps. And we've got quite a few Beta Gamma Sigma, the best students are there, so you have a very good cohort of good colleagues to work with.
That's right. And I'm glad you mentioned events and speakers, because within the College of Business, we have our Michael G. Weinert Entrepreneurial Lecture Series. And so that's a really special lecture series. We'll have business alumni come back to the university and they'll speak to our business students. And, you know, our students get the inside scoop on what employers are looking for. Here are the latest tips and tricks on how you can land that dream job. They'll usually give you a roadmap or give you just experience on what they've gone through and how they've gotten to the position that they are in. And then not just that, we'll usually have a small luncheon. A few students will get to have lunch with that speaker and ask any question that they want related to job opportunities or whatever that may be. And so that's a really special thing that we have within the college. And it's every semester. We usually do it about 2 to 3 times each semester. And it is free of charge, of course. Our students are able to participate in that. And again, if you guys have any questions, we do have our chat down below. So you can go ahead and ask your questions to either myself or Dr. Sin. And we also have our admissions counselor, Tali Polanco, who's also answering admissions questions that you guys may have.
I would suggest, as I said, make the leap. It is always easy to change your own major. And sometimes your own professors, keep in touch with them right from your junior years. They might suggest some good choices for you in your academic career.
That's right. And then, as I mentioned to you guys earlier, we have our Cardinal Community's first year experience course, but we also have a Cardinal coach within the College of Business. And so what the Cardinal coach does is she keeps track of all of our students who may be at risk, or, you know, let's say there's a course you're taking and you're just kind of saying, I'm not doing too good right now. I think I'm going to drop this course, or you know what, just forget this whole semester. I'm just going to start over next year. Our Cardinal coach is sort of there to kind of talk you off of the ledge a little bit. She'll sit down with you, see what's going on. Is there anything that you need? Do you need any resources? How can I make this semester successful? Do we need to take a look at finding a professor that matches your learning style? Do we need to get you a computer, or what do we need to do to make sure that you're successful this semester? So our Cardinal coach is there with you guys every step of the way. We also have our academic advisor located within the College of Business as well. So when you start taking those upper level courses, junior and senior year, we have our academic advisor there who will work with you to make sure you're on track for graduation, that you're taking the correct courses. And so we just set you guys up for success. You know, that's the main thing. That's our job.
Okay, we have a question here from Kayla Williams. No, we do not have any special requirements to get into any of our programs. So it is always good to enter a program. The only thing is, don't change your major when it's too late, because you already taken some classes in your your first major, and you don't want to waste them when you go into second major. But we don't have any special requirements for any of our majors. You can be any major right from day one.
That's right. And in case you guys aren't able to view the chat down below, The application deadline for fall 2020 is July 28th. And I know things are going haywire, you know, with coronavirus and things like that, but we are still on track for a fall semester to start in August 18th. And again, any questions that you guys may have, just go ahead and drop them down below in that chat and we are here. All right, Dr. Sen, can you speak a little bit on being a department chair? What does that mean? I know as an incoming freshman, it can be so confusing, or even first generation college student, all of those things. It can be so confusing to hear so many different terms, you know, from dean, department chair, and all that. So can you speak a little bit about your role as department chair?
Department chair's job basically is to make sure that the students are taking the right type of classes, and he or she is helped by faculty members, and also we've got a fantastic student advisor for our department, Ms. Celine Doe, who always tries to get them out as early as possible by consulting with us. And we sometimes, you know, we rare, I think it's in the low percentages, we might have a student who has a problem with a grade or something. The department chair is the first recourse and then the dean is the second recourse. But I think what is not emphasized is students learn from one another, so it's always good, particularly for the senior classes, to have a good group of students to work with, because you learn from your fellow students and you get things done on time and one helps the other. And the department chairs sometimes know these who are the good students or who are not that good, and that helps also in advising these students. And the department chairs recognize, I think, help recognize the good students, so he or she encourages them to apply for scholarships, etc. It's rare that we have a student with a good GPA not getting a scholarship. They are recognized pretty early.
While we wait on more questions, I'm going to go ahead and share Dr. Sen and I's contact information. So you guys can, if you would like to, you can go ahead and screenshot or anything like that. Let me see, I'm going to just share my screen momentarily with you guys.
Just a second.
Let's see. Okay. There is our contact information for you guys. If you need anything, if you have questions about the university as a whole, or majoring in marketing management and marketing, you can always contact Dr. Sen or myself. If you would like a tour of the university, if you're not quite sold, whatever it is, go ahead and contact either myself or Dr. Sen. I will walk you around the College of Business or the university, and we'll just take a look. I can answer any questions that you may have thought of between now and then. And yeah, anything we can do to make you feel comfortable. And also, if you need help finding your admissions counselor, you can go to lamar.edu/admissions, and you're able to find your admissions counselor there.
Okay, quick, there's a question about how they get advice. How and when do incoming freshmen select their class schedules? Actually, we have an undergrad advising center which advises freshmen, but we strongly encourage, all professors strongly encourage students to get advice every semester. And we have a specialist advisor in our building who always is there to help students, and that really helps students be on the right track and get the right combination of classes early in the career. And Shelby, there's a question, I probably don't know the answer. Do the applications cost anything?
We have Talia Polanco who's able to answer that. And what'd you say, Talia? Let's see, the link is below. You can check your admission status there. Talia has dropped the admissions link there. And the application fee is waived for now. All right, guys, you guys are asking awesome questions. And if you are an incoming freshman and admitted student, be sure to register for a new student orientation. Did you guys have any more questions for us? Again, we have the chat down below. All right, Dr. Sin, did you have any other information that you wanted to share with our participants today?
I would again emphasize, take the leap, and you have a sense of what classes you like, what is meant for you early in the beginning, and then you can act on it. So don't get stuck that, hey, is management right for me or is something else right for me? Take the leap, and if you don't like something, there's always enough time to change because there might be some other subject which you like.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Dr. Sin. And with that, we are going to wrap up our session. Thank you guys for attending with us today. I know it's rough, we're working remotely, so we appreciate you joining us today. I want to thank Talia Polanco, our admissions counselor, for joining us today, Layla, our interpreter, and thank you guys for attending again. And I'm going to share one more time our contact information in case anyone needs it or if you need help finding your admissions counselor. All right. Thank you guys and have a great day.
Thank you. Great questions.